Growing up, I was athletic and healthy.
Shush. Good morning. Good morning. That was a beautiful song from our friends in South Africa, Desert Rose, and they make some of the most beautiful music, and that particular song is called The Mantra of Love. The Mantra of Love. And we want to thank Yosef and the whole group there for being friends with the Brahma Kumaris, for meditating with us, and for giving us the peace and love that they send through their music. So good morning and Om Shanti. Let's say this together. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. One more time, strong and powerful. I am peace. I am a peaceful soul. Om Shanti. feels good. Well, I must tell everybody who's here with me this morning, it's been a challenging morning, night, and morning for me because we're talking about fear. And it seems to be a constant companion with all of us, me included. When we see the things happening in the world, we people of faith, of loving God, cannot understand how the difficulties have come to this. So not being a political organization, we want to solve what we can for each one of us to get that fear out of our thoughts and our lives. And the best way that we know that we can do that is by making a constant companion with God. I think that that's what may be missing out in the world right now. People have forgotten, even though they may be people of faith also. And it doesn't matter what religion or how you combine your thoughts and your feelings of God. It doesn't matter the religion that you have grown up with. Our religion is peace. The Brahma Kumaris have been doing this for many years, 100 or so, and we know we must keep the peace that we are in our hearts and in our minds and make that connection to God, because we have to realize that that is the only way that we're going to combat this terrible feeling of fear, this emotion of fear. It seems that it's a constant companion with all of us these days. It's become a part of our lives, that without it, we wouldn't be able to exist without this feeling of fear. It creates anxiety. It creates the artificial feelings of stress and unhappiness. And it's easy to happen. It happens to all of us. We see that there are souls that are good souls trying to say things in a peaceful way, and then they are bombarded with peacelessness and diversity and unhappiness. And so it's difficult. It makes it challenging to keep our peace. But I know we can do it. I know we can do it. If you do not have this thought in your mind, you will find that happiness. But if you do concentrate on that fear, it will hurt you. It could kill you because it brings up all kinds of illnesses in your body. You accumulate closely what you think about. And maybe if we can see fear, F-E-A-R, as what it says, a fantasized experience that is appearing real. When we think about that, maybe as a former president, Theodore Roosevelt, said, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And thinking about it in that way, we have to get rid of this nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror that many of us are carrying around with us. So what is the solution to that? What is the solution to getting rid of the thoughts and the feelings of fear within. We have to bring ourselves and our lives back to a clear and open understanding, an open understanding of peace and clarity. It's urgent. It's like we must do this immediately, that we rid ourselves of this insidious feeling, this awful, challenging thought that's coming in and running into our mind. So let's get down to the solution of fear. We have to take these fears and these obstacles and make them like an animal that will jump at you. But truthfully, if you stand straight and tall with thoughts of God, the Supreme Soul, Allah, however you reflect on God, with thoughts of that, you will bring that animal, the fear, the animal that would jump on you, and he'd back away. That's what we have to do. It's like a little child who thinks there's a goblin or a ghost under his bed. And the mother goes and gets down with the baby and looks under the bed and nothing's there. That's the same thing. If you look this feeling of fear with determination and enthusiasm and clarity, if you look it straight in the eye, you'll realize that this is something that you are anticipating. So let's face our fears. Let's reappraise and transform them into a reframe of love and peace and joy and happiness. And by ourselves, filling ourselves up with these emotions of love and peace and creativity and joy and wellness. Let's fill ourselves with those feelings, and then we can erase the feeling of fear. We have to use our observation and our awareness on our fears. Realize that if we reframe, my daughter Janice is big about that, reframe your thoughts. If you're afraid, reframe it into love. Reframe it into peace. Reframe it into something else other than fear. Let's face our fears. Let's see if we can distract that thought from our mind. Let's explore the experience of meditation and of connecting to the Supreme Being. Let's explore that feeling today. So let's see what I have to play for you. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's listen to B.K. Shivani.
Object gives me physical comfort.
Wait,
Habit.
don't want her to start in the middle. Okay. Keep your eyes open.
that you're happy when you buy a new phone? Think about it. A new car, a new house, even a new dress. Every time we believed, I'm happy when I buy this. We even started believing this gives me happiness. So a new car gives me happiness, a new phone gives me happiness, a new house gives me happiness. Just let's sit, pause and check. I'm sure most of you have your phone in your hand. Just look at your phone and ask yourself, does this phone give me happiness? I'm sitting on the sofa. You're sitting on a very expensive chair. Does this give you happiness? Pause. Think again. Is it giving you happiness or is it giving you comfort? They're two completely different things. Sitting on the same chair, holding the same phone, if you get one message right now, it could shift you from being happy to being sad, to being angry, to being upset, to being irritated. Spectrum of emotions. Chair is the same, house is the same, car is the same, the phone in your hand is the same. Then how come the objects are not giving you any happiness anymore? Because they were not designed to give us happiness. Object gives me physical comfort. Happiness is an emotional comfort. You're sitting here and the wall there in front of you is your goal, and you will start walking towards that wall. But you believe, I will be happy when I reach that wall. Now begins the journey of walking towards that wall. If I will be happy when I reach that wall, it means I can be stressed while I'm walking. I can get angry while I'm walking. If someone is in the way, then they are my problem, my obstacle in my life. I can do anything to get them out because they are an obstacle in my happiness, because they are standing in the way. And I can create anxiety, I can create fear, because I believe all this is natural on the way and happiness is when I reach the wall. Now just visualize yourself walking, creating stress, anxiety, fear, doubt, jealousy, anguish that what if somebody else reaches before me, and all this, and then you finally reach the wall, which means you've achieved the goal. What's going to be the state of the being? It's already so disturbed and depleted. Can I really be happy after I've reached the wall? I've just drained all my happiness while walking. Happiness is in the way I walk. Happiness is not after I've reached there. I'm angry because of, I'm upset because of, I'm irritated because of, I'm happy because of. Seems to be normal vocabulary. Even seems to be so natural that obviously I'm angry because someone did something. I'm upset because something didn't happen my way. But every time we were using this vocabulary, every time we were believing this and saying this, we were thinking that what I am feeling inside is because of. And when we said, I'm upset or angry because of something else outside, it meant then for me to be happy, something outside had to be changed. And this made my thoughts, my feelings, my happiness completely dependent on situations and people to be perfect and to be my way. Even if you get angry tomorrow, it's okay. Even if you get a little irritated, it's okay. But don't say, I'm angry because of. Just say, I created it. Because then that brings the power to you, and that gives you the option, next time, I'm not creating it. I created the hurt. How long will I take to heal myself? My choice. Everything is in my hands. It's power. Stimulus, outside. People, outside. Situation, outside. Response, my creation. And between the stimulus and the response, I have the freedom to choose my response. Start choosing responses and choose happiness always.
Om Shanti. so wise. B.K. Shivani, she's like the Oprah of India, although now she's known all over the world. She's so wise. You see, when we are fearful or unhappy, it's our own creation. It's our own responsibility for that thought. Yes, there are things outside that can scare you. Yes, there are things that can get into your head and you have that feeling of the fear we want to get rid of. But we know that's our creation. What's outside is outside. If we bring that within, then we're giving ourselves something to worry about. Because happiness, joy, peace, love, abundance are all, purity, wisdom are all within. We have to get back to that. We have to get back to our within, not our without. Because it's how we react to those things that are happening on the outside. Happiness is our choice to react to happiness. And that being our choice, I want to see what else I have for you this morning. That being our choice, we take that responsibility for our own feelings. No one's creating them but us. No one is creating any of this peacefulness in our minds but us. I want you all to understand that this is truth. This is honesty. And it takes courage, a lot of courage, to accept that we are peace, we are happiness, we are enthusiastic, we are filled with abundance. And fear is just an emotion that we can slap down when it comes within our heads. So let's see what we have. Let's find our peace of mind. We want that. We need that. And by connecting to the Supreme, we can have that. Because the Supreme Soul, God, gives us the powers to create the positive thoughts in our life. God gives us the strength and the courage to erase the difficulties in our life. So let's join together with this peace
of the body.
mind.
In, out. In, out. Just watch it.
Watch your breath.
And now, remember that the mind is part of you, the soul. It's one of your helpers. It's your messenger, and it's giving you a message. You watch the mind, and you see what's going on with it, just for a few moments. And now slowly direct the mind by feeding it a diet of pure thoughts. I am a soul, I am peace, Peace is intrinsic to I, the soul. No one can take it away from me. No one can give it to me. It's part of me. It's within me. And now, I give myself a lot of good wishes and pure feelings. I'm a pure soul. I am love and I'm lovable. I just shower myself with these feelings. This time, this role, this situation, the drama of the world, the events in the world, all of that is a speck of eternity. It's just a speck. And I see it for what it is. I align myself with that which is eternal within me, and that is, I am a peaceful soul. And now, I give good wishes to all the people in my life. Just pure, good wishes. And that calms the mind too. Not thinking negative of anyone, not feeling negative towards anyone. Just being in your own truth, in your own peace. I repeat like a mantra. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. And with this feeling of peace, I come back to this room.
Om Shanti. That was Sister, excuse me, that was Sister Shireen from Tampa. Thank you, Sister. Thank you, Shireen. That was beautiful. Shireen was here who tied Raki on us last year. That was Sister Shireen, and I know that you'll remember that beautiful ceremony that we have. So let's talk a little bit about what she said. Let's think about that. When we remember our inner qualities of peace and love and bliss, happiness and kindness and wisdom and purity of soul and of thoughts, we can erase that feeling of doubt and anger and fear. Because we concentrate on whatever it is, the good thoughts, that's what will come back to you. I always tell you, it's like throwing a boomerang. If you throw out thoughts of negativity and unhappiness and peacelessness and fear and doubt and anger, that's what comes right back to you. But if you put the thoughts that you are of peace and love and joy and happiness, if you put those thoughts on your boomerang, that's what's going to come back and fill you up. It is challenging. It is. I admit that. I can tell you that sometimes the thought of fear or unhappiness does get into my mind, but I quickly squash it away. I push it down, and I get the feeling of love and peace and joy. There are so many wonderful people in this world. And as souls of faith that we are in the Brahma Kumaris, and most of you are who meditate with us, we are souls, people of faith. And the faith, by connecting to the Supreme, we have to keep that in our hearts and in our minds. We have to get rid of those feelings. We have to remember to keep the good thoughts. We have to live the dream in our life of love. Live the dream of peace. Live the dream of happiness. And be truthful and honest with yourself. Courage. I had this little sign here. You can all see that. God, grant me courage. We need that now in these times. We need that courage and that happiness. We need to focus on love and joy and the determination and enthusiasm of being a peaceful soul. I know sometimes we get angry. That's the human side of us. But the soul side says anger is only going to hurt you. The fire of anger burns you first. So be the soul and be the joy and be at peace. Let's listen to this.
Through my brain.
They're all trying to start in the middle. Okay.
And so now, first of all, realize, who am I? Not a body, but separate from this body. I am the one that makes this body function, the controller. I am the eternal, imperishable soul. All of us are souls. In this body, there is a living force, which is called the soul, which stays in the forehead. See, through the third eye of the intellect, that I am a shining light, an embodiment of peace. I am radiating rays of peace all around. These rays of peace are flowing through my brain, through my entire body. I, the soul, I am the embodiment of purity. I am radiating waves of purity, which are flowing all over me, over my entire body, relaxing each and every organ. I, the soul, am an embodiment of power. I am radiating vibrations of peace all around. Far, far away. I have entered this body, but I am separate from it. This intellect is my third eye. Let me look beyond the moon, beyond the stars and the planets and the galaxies, even further to the subtle region. This is the world of angels, a region of shining white light. And now, let me take my intellect even beyond to a region of shining golden red light, the eternal home, the soul world, where I, the soul, am in my true liberated stage, completely peaceful. I came into this body from here. And now, look at yourself back in the body once again. Practice this every morning.
Om Shanti. I love that meditation. So easy to practice that every morning. See yourself as a soul. See yourself as a being of light. You are the light. You are joy and peace and happiness. And when this challenging world tries to get inside your head and your mind, we have to squash it. We have to remember the Supreme God, the shining light. The powers of peace and love come directly from us to the world. We send out these powers. We send out the joy that we feel. And I know, again, it's very challenging to watch the events on the outside world and keep your peaceful thoughts. It's very challenging. But we can do it because we have the courage from staying close to God. We have His courage and His joy that He gives to every one of His children. Doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're green, if you're purple, if you're yellow. Doesn't matter. We're all God's children. We are all God's children. And the ones that want to cause anxiety and peacelessness in the world began as a child of God. But somewhere their life took a turnaround and they became peaceless. We cannot let that happen to us. We cannot let ourselves become angry. We cannot let ourselves become upset with the events taking place. We have the courage to connect with the Supreme and keep His love for us positive and effective and joyful and no anxiety. It's challenging, I know. I fight the challenge myself. The human part of us does. But the soul right here, our third eye connecting to God, that's where we can keep our peace and our love and our understanding that things happen outside there, but they're not within. They're not inside us. We are the ones that have to stay happy. We are the ones that we have to have clouds of purity. Let's listen to this meditation. I think it's so pretty, and I think this will help seal the deal of keeping the courage and the peace.
Peace also becomes clear. This wonderful Supreme Being takes me beyond to the heights of peaceful silence. I become completely immersed in the serene waves of the ocean of purity. I am flying in clouds of peace. Breathing in peace. Breathing out the fragrance of peace. Spreading it to far-off places. Tranquility fills my mind. I remain in this realm of peace within inside myself. Untouched by the turbulence of the outside world. My stress and worries fade away as I receive the vibrations of peace from the Supreme. I am filled with such unlimited love from this Supreme Being. He shows me the beauty of my inner self. I will keep this peace and beauty within myself, no matter what happens in the outside world. I am a being of peace. To remain in this consciousness, I need to experience myself as a soul. And with this soul consciousness, experience my body to be very light. As if I am spreading serene vibrations all around me. When I become soul conscious, I remain peaceful, feeling power over myself, free from anger, free from the negative influences that come to me through my sense organs. I am free. Free.
Om Shanti. What a beautiful thought. I am free. I am free of all the negativity out there. Now I'd like you to write some things down, so I'll wait a minute or two while you get a piece of paper and a pencil, and I want you to please do this because I know that this will help all of us and will help you. I journal every day, and I just want you to write a few little thoughts down on a piece of paper. So get one and a pencil, a weight, and we can continue to think thoughts of peace and free ourselves of anxiety and unhappiness. Learn to trust ourselves. Learn that we are honest, peaceful, loving beings. So learn that and remember that every time you see things that could give you peacelessness. You are peace. You are love. You are joy. You are happiness. You are a peaceful being of light. So does everybody have their pencil and paper just to jot down a few things I'd like you to remember? First of all, and I told you this last week, one or two of the meditations that I played are from B.B. Butler on YouTube. So just write down B.B. Butler 78 or 78 B.B. Butler. When you're feeling anxious and upset and maybe anger is creeping up, remember, you are not those things. So write down B.B. Butler 78. Now write down, I am a peaceful soul. I choose to live in peace. I choose to be filled with joy and happiness. You can write down Om Shanti, which is O-M S-H-A-N-T-I. You can write that down. Now, I'd like you also to write down, because in Miami, we have so many wonderful meditators and spiritual guiders that if you go on their Facebook page, which is the BK Miami Center meditation page, it might be BK Miami Center meditation, you'll find it. And there are some beautiful talks and meditations by our Miami meditators. We thank Tej and Mita and Meredith and Marjorie, and I hope I didn't forget any names. Oh, Vijay and Dev and so many, and the talks are wonderful. So please look at that. And when you're getting a feeling of possibly being upset or angry, and your peace is kind of drifting away from within, go sit down in silence. Sit down in silence and just be quiet for a few minutes and breathe in and out like the ocean waves that go in and out and in and out. Breathe like that, and you'll see that peace and joy and wisdom and purity will come right back within you. Now, one other thing I'd like you to write down. At 6:30 at night, the Meditation Museum has been doing some wonderful, wonderful meditations and talks. That's our Washington, D.C. Brahma Kumaris, the Meditation Museum in Washington, D.C. And if you would, just write that down, because you can go to the site on YouTube. There's Meditation Museum 1 and 2, and find Sister Jenna, Sister Dr. Jenna, who's been wonderful, helping us all with her beautiful, peaceful thoughts and talks and meditations. So these are the things I'd like you to remember during this week until I come back with you. Next Tuesday morning, 10:30 prompt, I'll be here, God willing. And we can all sit with thoughts of peace this week with those few things that I asked you to write down. Remember, B.B. Butler, 78 Meditations, BK Miami Center, meditation, live, beautiful talks every day at 6:30. And they'll soon, if they haven't started already, every morning at 8 o'clock, Sister Jenna is doing a 15-minute wish list for all of us. And we can always look in on all of these meditations, and things are all kept up on YouTube, so you can always watch them and see them, and that way you can remember, who am I am a soul. I am a peaceful, living soul. And here's one more.
All started just weeks ago when I stumbled across something most people.
It makes me believe that love can be taken away, that peace can be taken away, that even my life can be taken away. To dispel this illusion, I have to be willing to go on an inward journey, away from the physical world and into the ocean of my spiritual being. I take some time now to rest my mind in stillness. And I begin to sense that peace as it unfolds like a warm light into every cell of this body. I take some time to remember that I am spirit, and that before I entered this world, I was complete with peace, with love, with joy. These qualities exist within me forever. And the only reason I lose touch with them is I forget who I am. So I take some time now to remember that I am light. I am eternal. Even death cannot finish this light. I am love. And no matter what happens in the outside world, that love will always be within me. When I think on these qualities, when I immerse love in my heart, when I emerge peace in my mind, when I take time to sense my eternity and to remember that I am distinct from this physical world, then I begin to realize that just like the ocean is a world unto itself, my inner world is a world unto itself. My inner world is full of qualities. And just like the physical world offers water, flowers, fruits, and resources, my inner world can offer me so much love, so much peace, so much comfort that no external situation can shake me. The more I practice this awareness that I am light, and that the experience of these qualities continues eternally, independent of anything that can happen in the outside world, the more I realize that I am incorporeal, pure and light, the easier it will be to dispel the illusion of fear. And I will realize I have nothing the world can take away from me. Because regardless of anything that happens, I am always light. I am always peace. I am always a child of the Supreme Being.
Om Shanti. That was the angelic voice of Bebe Butler. It's B-E-B-E and Butler, B-U-T-L-E-R 78. And any way you type it in on YouTube, you'll find it. I'm thinking about each one of you personally right now. Not only am I doing this on Tuesday morning with Raz doing a video also. Not only are we putting ourselves here for you, but I want you to understand this is helping me also. I am a human on one hand, but when I stay in my soul conscious memory and I connect with the Supreme, I find that I find my peace and I create thoughts of love and peace even with the events taking place outside, even with that. So know that this is also besides for you, and you all know I love you very much, every one of you. And I want you to understand that being in your soul conscious state of peace, love, wisdom, bliss, joy, happiness, and purity, being in that state will definitely bring you the peace of mind that you want to have right now. So let's end today, and you know we always end, we ask you, we want you to dance. And dancing is a wonderful way to get back to who you really are, because it reminds you of the joy. And let's see what I have here for us to dance to. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I have all the meditations, but the music for dancing, I don't know if I have. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. All meditations. You can't dance to meditation. How about we listen again to Desert Rose. How about if we do that? Excuse me for taking a moment away from from all of you. I just want to find the perfect, beautiful song for being alive and being in gentle and being true to yourself. And let's just do that. Okay. Actually, I had another meditation. Oh, our time is kind of up, but okay. Let's do this one.
Well, good day, everyone. Welcome to another song for Songs of Comfort. I want to tell you a little story about this song. I actually wrote this song 2 days after 9/11. And to me, that was a time of great turmoil for our country and for the world, similar as to what's going on right now in our world. And this song actually became the song that I'm most known for and continues over the last 20 years to inspire people to choose love in their lives. So as we're going through these challenging times, it's just important to remember that first, you are love, I am love, and that from moment to moment we can choose to express and be that love in the world. And it's not a one-time decision. It's like, I choose love now, I choose love now, I choose love now. So in the face of all what we're experiencing right now, you know, kindness starts with love. And we can choose that love and that kindness and support. And together as a community, we can come together. And so I invite you to sing this song with me as we come together in community and offer it up to the whole world for healing and comfort. This is I Choose Love.
This is Sean Galloway. You can dance.
Well, I can see laughter, or I can see tears. I see a choice,
Remember,
love or fear.
love or fear, we choose love.
So what do you choose?
What do you choose? What do you choose?
I can see peace, or I can see war. I can see sunshine, or I can see a
Sean Galloway. You can find him on YouTube, Sean Galloway. Thank you to Sister Jenna who gave me that name, and he's just wonderful. And we have to remember that we all choose love and peace and happiness. So we have to go, we're a little over our time, but I didn't want to leave you without something to think about. So you know I love all of you, and I've told you that before. My love goes out to you, and may we all find that peace within. May the angels watch over you, because you all have angels, and you probably are. May they all watch over you. Have a beautiful week. I will be here next week, and I hope you will be too. And we'll talk about some other things that are important to all of us. Om Shanti. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.